Okay. Good. I've got sound. I've got seeing all the things.
Nice.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in the cosmos? Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful gift to a random stranger like me?
Well, you see, I can't bear to see anyone in this sweet dream suffer.
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you ever get the
Sure thing. By the way,
death, that's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
well, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the Reality Hotel who fell into a deep sleep and didn't wake up. It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family after all.
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end.
Unfortunately. Right.
I can feel something inside my head. Is the harmony starting to kick in?
Alright, so a quick thing that I forgot to mention. Oh, am I? Oh boy. Am I actually quiet, or was I just speaking quietly at that moment? Man, how much of a delay is Twitch on? That's wild. Something that I forgot to mention before, like the last time I streamed this, that is kind of pertinent to knowing anything that to understanding anything characters are talking about. There are, within the setting of this game, beings, I guess, referred to as eons. They are, I guess, functionally gods. Each one has some specific concept they embody. So if people refer to the harmony or the hunt or the destruction, they're referring to eons. The dream that, like, the place where this chapter of the story takes place, the people who run this dream are followers of the harmony. which is why it gets referenced a lot. And Acheron, while at least Acheron claims to be a Galaxy Ranger, which are, yes, the family are followers of the Harmony. Acheron claims to be a Galaxy Ranger, which is a group of people who follow the hunt. There is also another faction that were the main kind of point of view characters of the previous story chapter that also followed the hunt. Some of the Eons are portrayed as pretty consistently, maybe not evil, but detrimental to living things. The Destruction is the Destruction. The name kind of says it all. He's kind of been set up as being the big end game bad guy of the whole story. The Abundance is apparently fond of going around and giving people kind of monkey's paw kind of immortality where, yeah, you're immortal, but that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, there's an entire faction of people, race of people. I'm not really sure how to describe them. They're probably actually in here too. Factions. Yeah, there we go. Basically, there's this group of people who were, like, their ancestors were blessed, were quote-unquote blessed by the Abundance with immortality. Turns out being immortal means you turn into a monster after you've lived long enough. So, yeah, these guys don't ever die unless someone actually, like, they don't age past a certain point. But if they stay alive for too long, it's not so great for them. But the, like, main protagonists are followers of the Trailblaze, who is apparently a dead Eon. I was hoping there was somewhere I could get, like, a group shot of all of the Nameless, which are the followers of the Trailblaze. But the Nameless are... like, you remember Welt from earlier, the guy with brown hair that was talking with Acheron and Himiko and March, and then there's one other guy that's not really part of this story chapter, at least not as of now, but that's who the Nameless are. They're the main characters, basically. Yes. But as it's put in the game, the Nameless retrace the path of the Eon of Trailblaze that he took in some distant past age. In practice, what they do is go around saving people, basically. Like, the first-ish chapter of the game's story is you show up on this space station just in time to fight off an invasion. And then the next story chapter is you show up on this planet that's been frozen over for centuries and you help solve the problem that's making it be frozen. Yeah, so far, every story chapter has ended with, oh, the destruction made something bad happen here. So I'm kind of guessing that's where this one will go in the end. But who knows?
The world has truly lost its way. You... Wait. I get it now. You youngsters are always looking...
Oh, a great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something.
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed the effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut. And then all you see are blurry glimpses of buildings.
Is that...
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They...
What a joke. A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the Memory Zone meme.
Oh yeah. Another thing. The biggest reason why I believed from the beginning that Firefly wasn't actually dead after being stabbed is that the big worm snake thing, as a boss fight, has a mechanic where it reduces one of your unit's hit points to 0, but they aren't actually dead. So it's kind of killing you, but not really, is literally already an established thing with it.
Sip of liquor. A blissful reprieve. Oh? Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter.
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Oh?
The devil of Soul Glad?
Yeah. It's a seahorse. They say it loves to appear to drunk people. Especially...
Yeah. Very funny indeed. Thank you. Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember that the hounds are always ready to help. You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance...
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right, then. If you ever need help...
Well, actually, I do need a favor.
Stowaways? How could there be stowaways in Penacony?
All right. Good luck with your work, then. Ugh, what was I even thinking? Family would never share intel with the IPC.
The one. You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay? Huh. Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest... So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale? Handing out his gold leaf garment and melting his lead-hot...
I'm flattered. I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So?
Another curious soul. I see. Well, that was actually the topic I was most into when I entered the industry.
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like some third-rate tabloid. I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
Guess she's got a point. Thank you for sharing.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me. Is this a gift? For me? Are you sure?
Yes, it's for you.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. No.
No, it's not much. I just want to ask you something.
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to ask about my father or my mother?
Neither. I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape.
Oh, you sound just like my father. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right? The Devil of Soulglad, Dangers in the Dream, and Nightmare Ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular topic in this sweet dream granted by the family. Well, I've collected a bunch of rumors, but no useful clues.
Whoop. Okay.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers.
It's
Look at you.
Okay.
Snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
This is the person I was talking about that can look like
It's
other
you,
people.
masked fool. I should have guessed it.
Which, if she's
You're
here,
the
I guess she
imposter who
probably isn't
appeared on
pretending to be
TV after
Himiko.
Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act.
Oh yeah.
Fool's
Also,
bait.
weird point
The
of
more
reference.
pathetic I seem, the more likely
When people
you'll come
refer to this
sniffing
character
around.
as Fool, it's
So,
a title. She is
now that
part
I've
of a
drawn
group
you
called
out,
the Masked
will
Fools.
you reward me with an answer for my efforts?
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen. I just need an answer to one question. Back then, when you asked me to find a mute, did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only two things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16 system hours.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured distraction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right? Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care, too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again. When that time comes, go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word.
She has some really
Just
fun
don't let me down
animations
now,
in
okay?
combat. I can switch my team up so that you can see them.
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky charm?
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sigonian hound. The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. From now on, you and your good luck are my assets. Are we clear? Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves. Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are the real deal.
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a good product.
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like you. But you look good, and that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you. So go along now, and don't let your master down.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price. How much did you pay for me?
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tanba. No more, no less.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba. Deal?
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Oh, you've got some guts. Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're not qualified to be at the table. You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either you come back with more chips for your master, or you never come back. It's all or nothing. Don't embarrass me, my lucky hound.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval!
Who's Serval? Will you, introduce me to her? Huh?
Oops. She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar today.
I can show you who
getting up there in age, and I need
Serval
some
is as
practice
soon as
before I
the game
forget
lets me
the skills
get
that
access
used to
to
put food
menus.
on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you fancy. The discussion might take quite some time, so I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you.
In the bar? But aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right at your fingertips.
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely lady.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere, master technique, and spin a tale of mystery and anticipation.
Only then can a perfect drink crafted with a customer's life story be created.
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck, so don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place when it comes to enjoyment.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I had gone past her. There we go. That's Serval. I have her extremely underleveled, so I can't really take her into a fight to show you what she does. But I might be able to, I should be able to play her idle animations though. Did I laugh? Oh, well, okay, yeah. It was funny just because March is goofy and says goofy things. That being said, Serval is indeed very cool. She has an electric guitar that shoots lightning. It would have been an awfully long delay to be that comment. I don't know. I guess I can only see the chat so many times. Alright, who would actually benefit from her skills? Oh. Oh. Okay. Since I don't know when the game will actually put me in a fight again, let me find a fight to get into. Any interesting progress on working on it, or you just thought you'd mention it? What is Welt doing here? That's probably the story quest that I've kind of sort of started.
Better surrender while you have the chance.
Oh no! Okay.
Watch this. Infallible.
Stream forth.
All right.
Gleam of old blades.
Trickier to crack.
I don't have anything that can remove buffs. That's gonna be a pain later. Well, I guess just keep me updated on stuff, and we'll see how stuff goes.
Time for a buzz.
I'll probably be a
Another
pain to
journey
work
begins.
around for a while, though, since I'm trying to change jobs.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Alright, I was talking earlier about her animations.
I see through you.
I think they're really neat.
Destined for for oblivion.
And ultimate
Let's play
animation is
hide
also.
and you find the answer.
Oh, I have combat on fast mode, so it was a lot less impressive than it could have been. I should have done that first.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Secret of the Saints.
Why don't you stay and play for a while? Let's pick it up a notch.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Allow me to make a divination. Together as one.
Another journey begins. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's still destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Oops. Did that hurt? Don't move, okay? Yin and yang. Life and death. All things in this world have their laws. Yet stratagems, constellations are human creations! Time for a buzz. With all my power, try the future!
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it in the still waters of oblivion I guide the wandering souls?
All of Acheron's voice lines are so long. Okay, now it'll actually
Play
play.
hide and seek. 1,000 faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer?
A miracle.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow. Huh. More enemies. Time for a buzz. Don't worry. I'll go easy. Let's pick it up a notch.
Another journey begins.
Yeah, they really do.
Fleeting as the dawn's dew,
They've really done a
destined for
great job
oblivion.
on most of
Yeah,
the
Miss Yessie's through.
most of the animations in this game.
Information in accordance. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Merciful Medicus.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Time for a buzz.
All right.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fit in the still waters of oblivion I guide the wandering
Honestly,
souls?
I also really like Acheron's ultimate
I
animation,
weep
but
for
it's
the departed.
really weird every time I see it how the sheath for her sword just disappears at the beginning of it. Like, you literally see it disappear. That always just seems really odd to me.
Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Why don't you stay and play for a while? Don't move, okay?
Beauty existence.
Yin and yang, life and death.
Another journey begins. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Allow me to make a divination.
I'm out of skill points. I might get
With
completely
all my
wiped out
power,
this round.
Try the future. Time for a buzz. I'll play the bagpipe. Let's play hide and seek. 1,000 faces in 1,000 places. Can you find the answer? This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
That's about what I figured. I really messed up.
From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Together as one.
How insignificant!
Let's pick it up a notch.
Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Information in accordance. Yet stratagems, constellations are human creations.
A miracle.
Yin and yang.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
I'll go easy this time. Let's play. Can you find the answer? A quick divination.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
I don't think I can do enough damage.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Secret of the safe.
I might make it.
Together as one.
No, I won't.
Destined for oblivion.
Not unless he does single card. Okay. This was not a very good team anyway. Man, I'd love it if these menus worked the way they're supposed to. I don't know how they screwed the radial menu up so much. It works perfectly in Genshin. It should be the exact same thing. Okay. Now I'm annoyed, so I actually am going to go murder that guy.
We need a strategy.
Okay.
Don't think about running.
Having some extra status cleansing would be good. Okay. I did not switch teams somehow. Okay.
legend lingers. Infallible.
The moon shines on the truth.
Existence is unity. Every petal in life, all will be swept away by the wind.
Soon to be departed. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Don't come any
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all. Immortality means forever.
All things in this world, human creations. There's more to life. I see through you. Converge and awaken. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength. Reciprocity. Excellent.
Ready for death.
Eternal. Every petal in life's all will be swept away by the wind. Some value, I suppose.
Who? Which one? Also, no, but which one? I'm curious as to what you're hearing that
A
from.
quick divination.
Oh, the enemy?
Stay put.
I've got... No, I don't know which voice line you're even hearing that from, honestly.
Yin and yang. All things in this world have their law. Human creations.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
There's more to life. Together as one. Don't come any closer.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Blade fodder.
Merciful Medicus.
Eternal. I see through you. Every petal in life's all will be swept away by the wind. Protect me! Protect me!
Ready for death.
A quick divination. I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Sacred of the saints.
Some value, I suppose.
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Yin and yang. We came together. together. Together as one. I'm scared.
Stay put.
Give me strength.
So this is the warmth of life. Eternal.
He's saying a miracle. I figured out exactly which one it is you're hearing. Because I can definitely see how it sounds like that.
These are nice trinkets, but nothing more.
Okay. I need to definitely hold on to these. There's a funny story with this character. The woman who voices this character does a lot of live streaming, and there was a live stream where she said, like, when she was recording lines for this character, she was asked, like, during recording, like, can you sound more just not okay? Like, apparently that was the voice direction she was given for this character. And that just is always funny to me every time I think of it. I'm probably not remembering the story, like the exact details of the story, but it was something like that. Oh, okay. I mean, this is actually the second time I've arrived here. I guess it only counts when I travel to it myself.
Can this be used for mixing drinks? Oh, and there's a note underneath. Exchange with your precious things. Oh, what should we exchange for it? And who should we give our stuff to? Whoa, the words on the note are changing. Stairs made of coins can lead to happiness. Does this mean we can take it? I'm not sure if it's a good deal, but thank you anyway.
All right.
Looks good.
Okay. Definitely missing something with this puzzle. Just don't see a way to get anything close enough for the guy to walk on. Oh. Okay. Turns out I'm just really dumb. Not sure if that's good or not.
Hey, look at all these chips scattered everywhere.
A few days ago, an actor from the Iris family came. Caused a ruckus for Siobhan. Those chips must have gotten scattered during all the chaos. That's a clever metaphor.
That being said, opening a bar in this place, filled with monsters, is quite a feat. Siobhan must have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, right?
You'll have to ask her yourself to find out. But I have a feeling she won't budge unless you impress her with an incredible drink.
At the bar. Let's give it a shake. Nice, it's still fizzy and has a long shelf life. That's possible. You see Soul Glad everywhere these days, so it wouldn't be a surprise if someone brought a bottle here. Why don't they sell Soul Glad in this bar? Did something happen?
It's all about the bartender's pride. It wouldn't make sense for customers to come here and order drinks they can find anywhere else. That's the mindset I use when I brew my coffee.
You're right, Himeko. That's quite a stash. Not sure if it's enough.
Stay out of my way. I'm looking for Siobhan.
Huh? What's all the commotion about?
Can't talk to Himeko.
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt Hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else. Give me a sparkling drink. Sweet. With extra ice.
Just one moment.
What's her deal? We can't discuss the case with other people hanging around the bar.
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again? Time is running out. We need to hurry.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? If you're here to convince me to leave, please, I just don't get why she won't leave this place.
This is what I've had the most success for when doing this. Success with.
I've seen it. The moment when Siobhan and I share the stage. The crowd is going wild, applause crashing like I've seen that scene countless times in my...
Okay.
Want to raise a glass? My attention.
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
I just don't get why she won't leave. Those darn Irish jerks! They're the ones who forced Siobhan into hiding here, running this pesky bar. It's all their dirty scheming. I get it now. She's not leaving because she doesn't want to run into them again. I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor. I'll go back and write a letter to the Dream Master exposing the crimes committed by...
Things might get out of control if she gets any angrier.
I just don't get why...
All right.
It's ridiculous, right? Our paths were never meant to cross, yet I'm still holding on to her. I'm too timid and shy, longing to shine but afraid of stepping into the spotlight. I need her guidance because I'll never be able to do anything alone. You don't know Siobhan's past, and you have no clue how radiant I know she probably thinks I'm just trying to ride her fame to get ahead. Well, talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. My thoughts are swirling, making my mind clear, and bringing tears to my eyes. Maybe I should find a place. Here's the payment for the drinks. Please, pass it on to her.
Amaki has left? That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
All right.
That being said, mixing a drink is way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients, toss them in a glass, mix it up, and it's
Man,
done.
if mixing a drink were that
So,
simple,
go ahead.
then there's
Explore
an
the bar.
entire
Bring me any
industry
ingredients you
of people
prefer.
that would not have jobs.
Nice work. Let me take a look. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now, take your pick. Each drink has its
Oh,
own
it's
unique flavor.
just
and
stole
the
from a
base
sad
ingredient
lady.
sets
It's
the
worse
tone
than that.
for the initial
I made
taste
her,
to the lingering
like
aftertaste.
manipulated her
So,
brain to make
which
her
one would you
sad,
like to
and
use as
then
the
stole
base?
from her.
The original formula is said to be Nunu's favorite drink. It's sour and bitter, and the bubbles burst in your throat like swallowing. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should give an unforgettable taste without overpowering the main tone. So, what's your choice for the... Bright future. A taste that's been a long time coming. I'll never forget the flavor that danced on my tongue as Mikhail
What?
whisked me through the
What?
dreamscape wilderness. Those were haunting times. Too beautiful to be real.
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer?
So,
Anything you
the
need,
name
I've
he
got
just mentioned during the previous chapter, there's a pretty significant chunk leading up to the boss fight with the big snake thing, where you're stuck in a dream full of hostile monsters with Firefly, and you hear someone yelling that name and asking the person who that name belongs to not to go away.
Concentric circles. May you always remember where you started. Well, it's done. Here's to you, the nameless, with this glass of A Ticket to the Boneyard. To the dead and the dying.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors! They're way more sophisticated than Soulglad.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like. Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that, Mikhail?
Himiko shouldn't know about that.
Yeah. That
March
name does
also
sound familiar.
shouldn't know
When
about.
you got knocked
Okay,
out
I
by
guess I
that
could have
masked
told them
schoolgirl,
that.
I think I heard someone calling that name.
If
Do you
both of them
remember?
know, then I can only assume it's part of a explanation that I suppose that I gave them off screen. Okay.
You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case. And of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail. Alright, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the Hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Huh? Does that mean...
Different? Are you suggesting that girl wasn't actually killed? Come on. Aren't you a witness in this case?
I'm a witness, sure, but she
Let me be
turned
frank.
into goo, whereas
This
Robin,
case,
who was
actually,
killed by the same thing,
It's
didn't.
unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before.
But
So
also, we know that
death
Robin is almost
happen
certainly
in
alive
Penacony,
because she's literally
if I
going to be
understand
one of the
correctly.
banners in the next update.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny... and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you
I'm gonna be honest, like,
Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
if this weird, deep voice Himiko is supposed to just be she's tired or sad, and that's how she sounds, I think they might should have done a few more takes. Like, I don't want to say it sounds like I don't want to say it's bad voice acting, because it does sound kind of awkward as voice acting, but it sounds intentionally awkward. It doesn't sound like someone who is actually doing a bad job, which is why I assumed it was the masked fool girl's name is Sparkle, which is why I assumed it was her. But it doesn't, I don't know. It's really weird.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case, so how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time, but the Hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the Land of the Dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape. You don't get it? Well, I mean, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker. Here we are, Clock Studios theme park, the most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But an amusement park?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macrovoid. The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs. History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
My friend, have we met before?
Can't wait.
What's going on? Why can't we go in?
So many of them. I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects. Well, it's a masterpiece from the family, after all. Besides the followers of the Preservation, the family members are the best at creating mind-blowing marvels. Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here, including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him, so maybe he inherited the title.
How old are you now, Mr. Officer?
I'm 13.
No way. Not even close.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources,
We're just
threats
skating
from the
right over
outside
that?
world,
Okay.
and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Osdana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning
Characters
the
with
prison into
ages
the planet
that
of
don't make
festivity
sense
that Penacony finally
are
gained its name
not
and
a
glory.
rarity in this game. I'll leave it at that for now, but there's a lot I could say on that subject.
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
There's literally one character whose age, according to the canon of the game, completely breaks the entire timeline of the game.
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore Harmony to Penacony. But we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past. As for Mikhail, I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time. Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking. If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? Let's just say, there won't be many. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Something just happened at the theme park. Now, if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways projected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Gallagher does have a troubled past, it seems.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker, his connection to the family, and the power struggles hidden behind sweet dreams and death. Exactly. Gallagher suggests that the real traitor is someone else, probably within the Oak family. That lines up with what we've gathered so far. Firefly got involved in this mess because of the legacy, and now we're sure that Aventurine's accusations against Acheron are baseless.
You're really into Clocky, huh? He's just a fictional character, not a real person.
Speaking of which, that Clocky who only reveals himself to you is quite intriguing. It's a shame we've never met him since then. Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions, let's take a moment to think about the clues we have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
Man, I was really hoping it would let me use a preview Welt as well. Is the game's Acheron better than mine? The answer is very likely to be yes. Actually, she might not be. I can't actually tell because it won't let me check any of the equipment.
Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Could it be due to the disruption caused by the emergency? Well, this door is open. Looks like we'll have to investigate ourselves. Let's proceed with caution.
Just one moment. Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What an interesting technique.
forth. Gleam gold blades. The model in the sand pit. It's the golden hour, isn't it?
Maybe the heads of the family used that model for discussing important matter. The footprints here are different from the rest. There are 2 sets of them. Looks like...
Can you identify the people who left these footprints?
Well, there's a unique pattern here. Flamboyant, even. And judging by the size, I'd say these were men's shoes. If I'm right, it could be the IPC ambassador, Aventurine.
Aventurine. What about the other set?
It looks like they were walking side by side as opposed to one behind the other, so the second individual is likely equal in status to Aventurine. The IPC is eager to reclaim Penacony, so their presence here is not unexpected.
Stream forth. Stream forth. The gleam gold blades.
Okay.
While there aren't any people in this mansion, they've set up quite a few mimetic guards to patrol this place.
Trickier to crack. I've got a time for a buzz. This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
We have the upper hand.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
Can you let me have some fun this time?
Did you come here of your own volition? In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
I'll contain them.
Lance at the ready.
Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
What is that damage?
combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Time to go on the offensive.
Another journey begins. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
I'm on guard. Indestructible.
Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dust's reign, it too shall fall.
More enemies.
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Time to go on the offensive.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Look, it dropped something.
A note. Looks like instructions from the butler for the other servants.
Seems like the mansion's entire workforce were assigned other tasks before Robin's death. It must have been a big project to require that much manpower. The Charmony Festival, perhaps.
But no matter what their main priorities are, there should always be someone left at the mansion, right?
So you're saying someone deliberately cleared the place out?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Okay. If that's the kind of damage stuff is going to be dealing, I should use a character with better defenses.
No one here either.
Since no one's around to entertain us, let's make ourselves at home. Stay close to me so that my white can cover you too. Seek, and you will find.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice. And now it seems I was right.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know, there aren't many entities capable of interfering with the power of paths.
Meaning?
If there really is a traitor within the family, that person must hold a high position or possess unimaginable strength.
That would explain why Mr. Sunday has been having such difficulty in catching the traitor.
That's quite a few more people than I expected.
The information about Robin, Firefly, and the other victims. I don't see any commonalities among them.
Looks like the rumors were right. Death does seem to be targeting random victims. And based on Sunday's notes,
but whoever
he's
it
no
targets,
stranger to
it
death.
Really targets,
just
because it
surprised that it
was
has
determined
resurfaced.
to go after Firefly.
This light cone is securely guarded. It must hold some important memories.
According to Robin's interview, despite having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show she put on with her brother when they were just kids.
I wonder how their relationship
Well, what you
is
didn't
now.
see is like
Growing up
during
brings
earlier
gains,
in the game,
but
like during the
also
boss fight,
losses.
or after it rather, in cutscenes, it specifically goes after her and basically ignores the player.
Yeah.
Pretty
Time has
much
a way of
exactly how it
smoothing
did in
things
that
out.
last cutscene where it stabs
The
her.
beautiful dreams of youth. Will eventually fade away.
It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this old Odie is happy with Sunday's recent performance.
They don't seem to care much about death. Instead, they're more concerned about the Charmony Festival and the Watchmaker.
Maybe the other family heads don't think death is a big deal. One thing's for sure. There's a lot of internal conflict within the family, and everybody has their own agenda.
Mr. Sunday has done some serious research on his suspects. This traitor must have been causing trouble for the family for a long time.
They all seem to be insiders, but I haven't met any of them.
Huh? Wait, these characteristics.
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. However, if this traitor really exists, could they be responsible for Firefly and Robin's deaths?
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matter so seriously.
That's all for now. Nothing more noteworthy.
Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with the family. I did not expect an empty mansion.
Watch out. Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden areas is the way to be a guest, Mr. Yang. And... Acheron? The Galaxy Ranger?
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission. I hope you can forgive us.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the host. Don't you agree? Even without the famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here will be unnecessary for you.
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here, to ask you about the case and gather more information. We don't want any loose ends.
Well, since you've come with goodwill, I have no reason to show you the door.
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those documents.
While the truth remains a mystery, I'm getting close to it. I assure you that the traitor will soon pay the price.
Let's hope justice will prevail soon.
I guess we're supposed to
question
assume that
for you,
whatever
if
it
you don't
is
mind.
Acheron did that
How
makes
did
her
the
less
family come to the
noticeable
conclusion
also
that the
makes
murderer
whispering
was
less
within the
noticeable.
family? With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the Charmony Festival, and the family has every reason to suspect the IPC's involvement.
Well, other family heads share the same suspicions as you, but in my opinion, the true murderer would never have drawn as much attention as that ambassador did. Not to mention, I personally shackled him a while ago. However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your suspicions, Mr. Yang. You should be more cautious of Aventurine. While the wicked can't break through high walls, they can plunge their evil dagger into the heart of the righteous. He's a businessman, not some philanthropist. But right now, he's out there handing out his wealth on the streets. And he went to the Clock Studios theme park all by himself. Who knows what kind of scheme he's cooking up? While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, it might be wise for you to stay alert. You never know what unexpected troubles could arise.
According to a Pierpoint hotline tip, there was a major breakthrough in the shocking Ejhazio Aventurine case. The suspect has been arrested. This fraud case has been linked to many departments within the Interastral Peace Corporation and the Intelligentsia Guild, causing a large drain.
The case's main suspect originates from Sigonia 4 and is one of the survivors of the second Kataka Avgin extinction event, who does not carry an interstellar. As per Strategic Investment Department head Diamond's sentiments, the IPC has appropriately relocated the suspect in the spirit of the Charter and will continue to conduct.
What pretty eyes. Tell me, do they shine in the dark?
Well, if they did, I'd sell them in a heartbeat.
You don't know how many people long for your eyes to be closed forever. As a servant, you should not resist your master. Yet, you went and killed that man anyway. No lawyer has the audacity to defend you. Perhaps you ought to represent yourself.
Not difficult, but definitely pointless.
You're pretty confident on your eloquence. Did you also think that when you lied to the Intelligentsia Guild?
Ask and you shall receive. You wanted the perfect construction material. All I did was offer a possibility. It was just a small wager. If your luck holds out, the IPC will dig something up from the golden sands of Ejihazo. Maybe even the Sand King's remains. Pity your luck has run out.
I'll admit that. What I'm more curious about, though, is why such a grand scheme failed to benefit anyone in the end, including the perpetrator himself.
Madam, I already have what I want. To be brought before you for the next high-stakes gamble.
Then let's talk about the second gamble. Tell me, what are you prepared to wager this time?
My life. I bet you won't send me to the gallows.
What do you want, then?
I want your Lenore to meet with me. I have something to say.
And then what?
I want cash.
It can't be that simple, can it?
It is that simple. 30 tanbas. The remainder of my market value. 30 tanbas. No more, no less. With this money, I'll climb to even greater heights than you. Grasp even more riches than you. I wager you won't give me this chance. Which is why you should call him here.
Interesting. A pity Diamond won't see you. No one gets to see him. From here on out, I am Diamond's representative, and I will decide on his behalf. You're wrong. 30 tanbas. I'll give you that. And much more than that. Wealth, status, power. The IPC will give you whatever you want, even what you don't want. Kakavasha. A good name, but unfortunately destined to be buried in the dirt. You, though, you deserve to live, to create even more wealth for us. Go, pick the clothes you like, then choose your desired identity. And then, use them well, child. May your plans never suffer failure.
Life is like a long-term investment. Those who choose correctly, do the correct things, reach the correct outcomes, and show the world their value. People can't always make the right choices in their lives. But luck has always been on my side. I've never lost. Is it because Gayatri blesses me? Well, if that's the case, she must also be looking upon me right now. My success is inevitable. But what then? Even if I overcome this difficult trial, what would come next? What awaits me after this glorious gamble? An even more glorious one? Will I return triumphant with unending riches after countless successes, or will I encounter failure? never to return.
I'm pretty sure you already have some ideas. Lowly gambler.
We were seeing a flashback to his
What?
not childhood, I guess, but earlier life. We were seeing how he first got recruited into the company he
dreaming?
works for now.
Have I gone completely insane?
Perhaps both. Forgotten me already? When you were strapped to that electric chair by a mannequin warlords, who was it that gave you the idea?
Fine. I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Get out of my head, newborn of the Harmony.
The Harmony? Oh, don't play the fool. It's not the first time we've met. No need to be so polite. I'm you, and perhaps even more aware of yourself than you. Of what exactly you want. You're dying. And you still want to drag a bunch of unfortunate fools with you through death's door. That's why you're here, isn't it? A grand unveiling. You really think you can pull it off?
Why not?
Well, you may have fooled everyone, but you can't fool yourself. I can show you. Before you're entirely gone, I'll be with you for the last stretch of your road. Let's have a heart-to-heart while we walk.
What exactly are you?
Most people in this world spend their entire lives just to reach one outcome. And I am that outcome. Kakavasha, I am your future.
First, I'm hearing things, and now I'm seeing them. Great. Am I going to be elevated into the Harmony's Emanator now? Next. Oh, why are there no guests here? Just a Pepeshi? No. A child?
Oh boy.
Stream forth, gleam of old.
I thought minors weren't allowed in Golden Hour. Hey kid, you okay?
Is the kid him?
Lost?
What's wrong, mister?
Yep.
You don't look well.
Your eyes. Impossible. Who are you?
They're pretty, aren't they? Sis said they're a gift from Mama Funga. Colorful eyes are said to bring good luck. Mister, you have pretty eyes too. Beautiful.
Are you alone? Where are your parents?
They're in that amusement park. Papa and Mama went in first. I'm just about to go look for them. I have to go. Goodbye, mister. Hope you have a good time, too.
Those eyes. And Mama Thunga. No, it can't. There aren't any Avgens left. Stream forth, gleeful beats.
Papa, Mama, wait for me.
Only on Paniconi, am I right?
What are you still doing here?
Well, you've known all along. The family truly showed leniency to everyone who came seeking help. Why would there be a need for such high walls and deep moats? However, people don't see it like that. Especially since the flavor of the dream syrup is so alluring. You will receive no charity on Paniconi. And relying on your own strength alone to topple high walls? Not a likely fate. Which is why, once you step into the hotel, you remove your high hat and beg everyone you come across for help. Like a hyena scavenging for scraps in the desert. Because you know that opportunities are fleeting.
Well, when you put it like that, even Ratio's a teeny peacock analogy sounds pleasant.
Well, you know how rare it is for me to give you the straight dope, so listen while you can. It's good timing that you mentioned the doctor. I'm especially fond of what you and he have in common. The conspiracies, calculations. Especially the part about the finale, a magnificent act of betrayal. Oh, when everyone thinks this way, who would even suspect that it was another trap you've meticulously devised? Go on. Tell me I'm right. You know who you really are, Mr. Cavalier Gambler. Uptight, overcautious, massive inferiority complex. You want so much, you're still so afraid of losing. They only see your big bets, your bravado, the full house, the straight flush. They don't know the other hand is below the table, clutching your chips for dear life. It's a heck of an act. No wonder the tavern sent you an invite. You're a natural kid. You don't stop at fooling the audience, you fool yourself too.
Well, the best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is first being able to fool yourself.
Of course. I know you all too well. But it's strange. Why did you decline that invitation? You had the chance to embrace elation. Was that not what you most wanted? But you chose the IPC instead. For the preservation? I doubt it. Do you even have anything in common with the preservation?
Oh, I thought you knew. Didn't you say you had me pegged? We're done. Either stop talking or disappear from my sight.
That's fine. But who exactly is about to disappear here?
Well, it's not going to be me, anyway.
Playing hide and seek. I'm really good at this.
Stream forth the gleam of old worlds.
Hide and seek. What sweet childhood memories. When Mama said goodbye that day, how many catechins were like jackals hot on your heels? I know you won't forget that sound anytime soon. Those shrill cackles. You had to hide right under the noses of those savages. You and Big Sis, playing dead, drifting in all that bloody water. Completely ruined that shirt. Shame. Wasn't that the last one Dad left behind?
It wasn't ruined. I've always kept it.
Come on. It's a rag. It's not like you can ever wear it. Now you don't have to hide. You probably won't even deign to get your pretty outfit wet in the rain. And your social capital has changed after all.
I've never changed.
On the contrary, now you're the one who does the hunting. The last round of hide and seek, and you get to be it. You should enjoy it.
That child. Could he be in here? Stream forth the gleam of old blades. Stream forth the gleam of old blades. Is this... a topaz? What is this doing here?
What? Does your cornerstone wrench out your heart, son?
was merely curious at why it was here.
Maybe that winged guy put it here to taunt you. Just to make you realize that your painstakingly arranged magic show is nothing but a death rattle. The cornerstone's hue is the same as the radiance of Clipant's body. I've got to give it to you. I've heard a lot of baloney, but that lie deserves a prize for sheer nerve. If he were just a little bit smarter, the jig would have been up right there.
This is just bait.
Of course. That's why Ratio's betrayal was one of the keys to your plan. I have to say, that doctor's acting was superb.
Or maybe he wasn't acting at all.
All the better for you. Sunday didn't become head of the Oak family by acting sloppy. He's obsessed with control. You have to give him enough detail to satisfy his meticulous nature, but not so much that he gets suspicious. Which is why you had Ratio seek him out and leak the plan on purpose. To prevent the other party from suspecting anything. The intel you gave to Ratio was all true. He spoke of the same to Sunday. Finally, Sunday took the bait, found the other cornerstone, and before you know it... everyone's distracted enough for you to steal the third stone right out from under them.
Why don't you stop rummaging through my mind?
Your mind. It's our mind. You're me, and I'm you. We're the same. The best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is to first be able to fool yourself. Really? You can't even fool yourself. You just got lucky this time. This is the other cornerstone in Sunday's hands. Rather beautiful green. Just like you. Smooth. And cunning. Tell me, what's its name?
Why are you even asking me?
Must I do all the work? Aventurine is the stone of luck and trickery. That's what she said when you received the stone, wasn't it? This type of stone isn't rare, but its hue is very similar to a certain gem. In fact, it's often used as a substitute. And that more precious gem is...
Jade.
Yep.
Even Sunday can't tell the difference. Well, looks like Jade can be substituted for Aventurine, too. Sauce for the goose.
Aventurine, Topaz, Jade. 3 elites, 3 cornerstones who, for a measly Panicone, offered their everything. Oh, you're even more united than the family.
As I've said before, 3 chips are sufficient. All or nothing. But will it be the former or the latter? We'll find out soon enough.
So, where's the real Aventurine stone? Take it out, let's have a look.
Suddenly you don't know where it is?
I just want to hear you say it. After all, it really does resemble its owner.
As you wish, then. They never went anywhere. They're right where they belong. Piled up with these cheap baubles.
You smashed the Aventurine Stone before you left? Oh, just look at it. Shattered. Just like your life. Poor thing. A humble pebble coated in the most lustrous sheen. I take it back. This thing is far more precious than your life. You're absolutely clear about the consequences of doing this. Blasphemy against Clipot's body. You think the IPC will let you get off scot-free?
Well, Diamond has always been all about results. As long as I could create value far beyond the cost, the ends justify the means. How else would the family be fooled if there was no price to pay? It doesn't matter. Even smashed to smithereens, the preservation's cornerstone can still be used. Its effect may be greatly diminished, but it's enough for me.
Now I'm really curious. Why does every step you take involve reckless risks, and the choices you prepare for yourself always come with a strong impulse for self-destruction? Do you truly believe that the greater the risk, the greater the rewards? I wouldn't have guessed you'd be so loyal to the IPC.
There is so much you don't see. Which is also why you'll never see how I'll win it all.
That is, if you can do what it takes.
We'll just have to wait and see then. The cornerstone is gone. Another illusion of the harmony. Huh?
Hello. We meet again, Mr. Pretty Eyes.
Yes. We meet again. Did you find your mother and father?
Of course. Big Sis is there too. The four of us were just playing hide and seek. I'm so happy. On our way here, Papa even brought me to see a blimp.
I think you mean Phil.
Yes, that's it. Putting many drawings together and turning them into a moving wall painting. They put me, Papa, Mama, and Big Sis together, turning us into one big family. You should give it a try too, mister. You look sad. The amusement park will cheer you up.
Sure. How's that? Not a bad score, eh? Boring. Why aren't you talking?
You've piqued my interest. I'll admit that there are still aspects of you that I don't completely understand.
Well, you sound sincere this time, at least.
Well, sincerity is one of my traits that everybody likes. And I have precious few of those. Moving on. See that maze over there? I'll know everything about you before you reach the exit. Our quaint journey through this amusement park still isn't over, and I wouldn't mind stretching this out at all.
Is this?
Oh, what's on your mind?
It's got nothing to do with you.
Do you need a hint? These are manacles on you. That man gave you your first job. You made your first pot of gold. I remember it all too well. You wrapped that iron chain around your fist, for that is the only tool you could find. Then, in that maze, you...
Shut up!
Oh, you don't wish to face your past. Unwilling to admit that your life is worth only 60 tamas. Well, from what I see, you refuse to confront it, because it only proves your weakness.
How could a weak person take such daring risks?
Oh, that's right. You love the thrill of danger. But you refuse to let go of meaningless sentiments. Even in this beautiful dream, the only thing you dare allow yourself is death. In your hands, those who follow you could have become Joker cards. They're far more useful that way. It's not like this is the only place the family ever cut corners. You could have had tons of action if you weren't so all or nothing. All it takes is a meager sacrifice. I bet Opal would have resolved this without a fuss. A pity you're not him. Well, you wouldn't be in this state if you could just get with the program. And why couldn't you?
Those techniques you mentioned are highly efficient, but it's not that I don't know about them. It's more like I couldn't... What fun is it if the fight is...
Fair. You assume your opponents would fight with odds are obviously not in your favor.
Well, she gave me an answer that could turn everything upside.
Everything? You mean it could make all the cards on the table just disappear?
That's cheating.
If these leaves could be brought back, would they bloom into new flowers?
Your expression right now is hard to put into words. The lucky charm Mama left you is made from gold. Why did you never consider selling it? You obviously could have lived a normal life like Big Sis that way. Looking back, that was the better choice.
Mama only left us with 2 pieces of jewelry. A necklace and a lucky charm. There won't ever be a 3rd piece.
That's what you always say, but you actually regret it, don't you? That you didn't sell them.
You can zip it if there's nothing to talk about.
I know. You must remember what Big Sis told you. You're a child blessed by Gaiathra Triclops, and can lead the clan to happiness. So always, the words still ring in your ears, don't they? So, you surely won't forget how tragic her last moments of life were. How the piercing laughter behind you felt like it was drilling in tisk, tisk. A lifelong regret, indeed.
Enough! Do you not have anything better to talk about?
Oh, shut me down like a champ! Well, I guess when it comes to mind games, this isn't exactly your first rodeo. I think I finally get you. Woo! You are nuts! In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest death. Well, you stuck to that start to finish. Think about it. There's a Stellaron in play, the fabulous Robin loses her voice, 2 unsolved murders, cryptic messages from a masked fool, and a chance to go head-to-head with Sunday himself. The only thing to pique your interest is one word. The last word. A word that's right there at your fingertips. Death. But whose exactly?
We'll know when the dice falls.
All right then. Reserve a seat for me in the audience. I'm curious to see just how capable you are. Still, if you could start over, would you still want to be the child who received Gaiathra's blessing?
It's so quiet this time. Is he finally gone? Or am I the one about to disappear?
Okay. I kept thinking that this little section with him was getting close to ending. I'm gonna feel really silly if my next stream starts and it's literally this next objective right here. But I need to finish up and go to bed. You have a good night as well.